Good morning, kindergarten class. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm sitting out on my deck this morning because it's such a beautiful day at my house. And I'm excited because today we're going to start our end of the year chapter book. And so I brought a perfect one for us. It's called Junie B. Jones is a Graduation Girl. And some of you might have this book at home. And if you do, you could grab it and follow along with me. And if you don't, I recommend this book. Maybe you could grab it or get it this summer and read it again. So it's all about kindergartners. And at the end of the year, they do something called they graduate. And sometimes you might graduate by having a special ceremony where you wear something called a cap and a gown. Sometimes you might just have a class party and say, "Yay, we finished kindergarten." And in our class, what we usually do is we have a special talent show, and then we kind of just talk about our favorite parts of the year. And then on the last day of school in kindergarten, we say that you're ready to move on to first grade. We don't do a graduation ceremony at Brookview for kindergarten, but we do talk about graduating from kindergarten. So I hope you enjoy this book. And today I'm going to read chapter 1. Oh, I forgot to mention the author in case any parents want to know. The author is Barbara Park, and she has lots of Junie B. Jones books, which are favorites of a lot of the kids in her class. So chapter 1 is called The Month of Junie, and if there's a picture, I'll show it to you at the end. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. I was named after the month of Junie, because Junie is the month I was born in, of course. And wait till you hear this. Yesterday, I finally had my birthday, and now I am 6 years old. That day was magic, I tell you. Here's a picture of Junie eating her birthday cake on her birthday. Look at, she has balloons. She has a tool belt on. Maybe she got that for her birthday. She's eating birthday cake. Do you like to eat birthday cake? I do. Because on Saturday night, when I went to bed, I was only 5 years old. And the next morning, boom, I was 6. My grandma Helen Miller had a happy birthday party for me. She invited my mother and daddy and my grandpa Frank Miller. Also, she invited my baby brother named Ollie. He is 7 months old. He did not add that much. I loved my party a very lot. First, I loved my chocolate cake with white icing. Next, I loved my strawberry ice cream. Plus, also, I loved my balloons and my funny birthday hats and all my happy birthday cards. But mostly, I loved my presents. I got 5 entire boxes to open. And good news, none of them was clothes. Mostly, I got toys and games. Also, I got a tool belt just my size. Plus, my grandpa Miller gave me my very own plumbing supplies to help fix the toilet. But that is not even the end of my excitement, because that night, when Mother tucked me into bed, she reminded me that I'm graduating from kindergarten on Friday. My stomach felt jumpy inside when she said that. I counted on my fingers. But Friday is only 5 more days, I said. I did a gulp. That event sneaked right up on us, didn't it? I said, kind of nervous. Mother hugged me. "You're not worried, are you, Junie B?" she asked. "Graduation will be fun, I promise, and you're going to love first grade." "But Polly Ellen Puffer says that next year everything will be different," I said. "He says that first grade won't have the same kids as room 9 does, and so all of our classmates will be weirdo strangers." Mother did a frown. No, that's not true," she said. "I'm sure you'll know a lot of children in your class next year, Junie B. But even if your best friends aren't in your room, you will still be able to play with them at recess, right?" I nodded my head kind of slow. "Yeah, I guess so," I said. "Plus, Polly Ellen Puffer says that we will be the boss of all the kindergarten kids, so that will be fun, probably. And also, he says our brains and feet will double in size." Mother stared at me for a real long time. That Polly Ellen Puffer is quite a fountain of knowledge. After that, we talked some more about graduation first grade. And boys and girls, here's Junie B with her mom. You might be feeling kind of nervous too about ending kindergarten. Some kids don't want kindergarten to end, and that's okay. But you'll be able to see me every day if you want, and you can come say hello to me. And guess what? You're going to make new friends in your new classes next year. Let's find out more. Guess what? The next day at school, my teacher talked about it even more. Her name is Mrs. She has another name too, but I just like Mrs. and that's all. Mrs. clapped her hands real happy. Well, this is it, boys and girls, she said. Graduation week is finally here. At 7 o'clock on Friday evening, room 8 and room 9 will have our graduation ceremony together. Of course, the children in morning kindergarten will be graduating too, so every single one of you will receive a diploma. I sprang out of my chair, very thrilled. A diploma! I shouted. Will I have a diploma? Just then I did a teensy frown. It's not clothes, right? I asked. A meanie boy named Jim laughed real loud. Ha! You goony bird Jones. You don't even know what a diploma is, he said. I stamped my foot at that boy. Oh, yes, I do too, Jim. I know perfectly well what it is. But I'm not even going to be the teacher here, and so I will let her explain it to the class. I sat down and smoothed my skirt. Then I pointed to Mrs. Okay, go. Mrs. wrinkled her eyebrows at me. As I was about to say, a diploma is a very special piece of paper. A diploma is a certificate that says you've completed part of your education. As you go through school, you'll get several diplomas, she said, but this one will be your first. We're almost done. I springed up again, and guess what else, Mrs.? I'm not even afraid of first grade anymore, 'cause I'll be getting big feet and brains. Mrs. said, sit down to me. Then she told us more about graduation. She said that as a treat for our families, we will be making them special graduation invitations. And so that will be our activity for the day. Yippee! I said. I love making invitations, Mrs. On account of that does not even sound like learning. After that I clapped and clapped, and all of room 9 clapped with me, 'cause graduation week was starting off like a charm. And that is the end of Chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to tune in tomorrow for Chapter 2. Have a great day, everybody.